region leaders. Yes, you've got the cheer, Chris. Happy New Year, everyone. Here's to success, health, and prosperity in the year ahead. We are definitely glad that you are joining us today, and we welcome you to the first Regional New Year Kickoff. This is an opportunity for us to bring purpose to our vision, get to know and connect with one another, and provide you with information and answers that will bring success in the year ahead. A lot changed in 2020. Some expect it and some not expect it at all. However, we all survived and we thrived. And we thank you for those of you who worked so diligently over the last year. And we thank you for your commitment to 2021. This year is the first year we've divided our country into three regions with national liaisons, which is a new leadership position as well this year. One that will significantly add value to our organization. We have our state networks that are now following a new state network model that will keep all of our networks consistent across the country, no matter the size. And in addition to our organizational structure, well, we have some exciting things to talk to you about that we're going to share. So lots to talk about, and what better time than the present. We asked you to join us today for several reasons. First, going into 2021, we are still in a virtual environment, and we learned in 2020 that this type of environment requires more communication, not only with our members, but also with you, our leaders. Rest assured, with events such as this, our communication will be ongoing and will provide you with useful tools and information that will be helpful to you as a leader in our organization. It's important to us that you make the most of your journey and gain skills that you can take back and use in your business as well as your personal life. And second, in the past, many of you have been to Network 360 and you leave there with an explosion, your head this big with information and knowledge, and then we don't connect with you until May at the May national meetings. So this year and going forward, we want to keep you up to date, spend quality time together, get to know one another, and let you know that we are in this together. It starts now with us reaching out in February with news that you can use. The Women's Council is constantly evolving and changing, as we all know, to meet industry trends, to meet the needs of our members. Keeping you informed as the leader is key to all of our success. We also want you to know that what you do makes a difference and you are appreciated. Uh-oh. It's supposed to go to the next slide. Hold on. Well, you know how it is in Zoom world. Olivia, do you want to move? You want to do your slide?
Sure. Hang on a second and I'll grab it.
Yeah. It's either turn off your unmute yourself or whatever. You lose your connection, but here we are. So it worked perfectly the first time. It did have a little glitch. For some reason, it's just not moving. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. And what I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about myself. First and foremost, I want you to know that I am honored to serve as the 2021 National President and represent all of you and our organization on a national and international stage. This has been an amazing journey, which I did not get to overnight. I earned my real estate license in 2000, immediately immersed myself in the profession. My background is sales and marketing. And I was very successful selling real estate, but I wanted something more. So that's when my broker suggested you need to join the Women's Council of Realtors. In 2004, I was tapped on the shoulder by the current president of my local network, which was a chapter at the time, and asked if I would be the VP of membership, which is the equivalent to a director of membership. I said yes, and the rest is history. Here I am. Fast forward to today, after learning so many business skills, meeting protocol, getting to know so many amazing people, and learning valuable techniques through the PMN designation courses, learning through the trenches of doing the work, and attending conferences. My professional development soared. Doors opened for opportunities to get involved over the years. I have served and chaired local and state association committees. I've been a board of director for my local and state association. And most recently, I've been honored to serve on committees and as a board of director for the National Association of Realtors. If it wasn't for the connection I've had with the Women's Council of Realtors, none of this would have happened. The pathway to leadership is different for all of us. That is why we have so many options. People often ask me, did you always want to be the national president? My answer, no. I never thought of it. That is until I served on the National Executive Committee in 2017. That is when I decided that I have more to give, and I made the decision to run for the 2018 position of National Treasurer. It was a big decision. I had to have the support of my husband and put into place a plan for my business. And after thinking through all of that, my decision was made, and I have never looked back. My membership dues is paid for itself over and over again, not only with referrals, but with knowledge that I gain from connecting with like-minded professionals who are successful realtors, some of which have saved me personal financial loss. Others have called me off the ledge when the economy crashed, and still others are long-lasting friends that support and encourage me. It's the relationships that we foster that makes the Women's Council of Realtors a step above any other organization and gives us the competitive edge. No matter where you are in your leadership journey, we are here for you. No drama, please. We have no time for that. And I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I want you to dream big and go big. The possibilities are endless. You can do it. Never give up. In the year ahead, we will challenge you to stretch beyond your comfort zone because that is where we get stronger. That is where we grow, and that's where we find courage. Our journeys are no different. We all want the same thing, no matter what city, state, or even what country we come from. We want to be respected, appreciated, loved, and financially secure. So as your 2021 president, my promise to you is to do my best to help you be your best. I can't wait to see what we accomplish together. As we start our presentation, you know the rules by now. However, we want to make sure that you make the most of your experience with us today, so we've set some guidelines. The protocol for chat is use it sparingly because it can be disruptive during the presentation. I don't know about you, but when anyone does a little chatting, I'm always interested in reading and it takes me away from the presentation. We're going to do our best to give you time to interact and provide you with what you need. We have time for Q&A at the end of the session, and rest assured that this presentation will be available on many different platforms for you to review. Before we get into the details, I would like to share with you one of my favorite quotes by John Quincy Adams. He says, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." This reminds us that being a leader is not a position or a title. It's an attitude of service to one another. The Women's Council provides opportunity for us to grow and inspire others while discovering our own potential with education. Knowledge is power. Networking, success in business is about building relationships. Referrals, adding financially to our bottom line, and leadership, increasing our skill level and our professional development. As leaders in this organization, we can inspire others to believe in a collective power, uplifting one another so that positive change can happen. We have a fabulous 2021 team. At this time, I would like to introduce and make introductions, starting with our line officers. President-elect Sylvia Siebold. She has been a member for 20 years, longer than all of us. Her home network is Collin County. She lives in Dallas, Texas, and when not working and volunteering in real estate, Sylvia enjoys traveling and spending time with family and friends. First Vice President, Chris Palcola Lee. Chris has been a member since becoming an agent in 2007. Smart lady. Her home network is Southeast Idaho. She lives in Idaho Falls. Her passion is, when she's not doing real estate, is hiking, biking, paddling, skiing, and camping. She is our outdoor girl. Treasurer, Carrie Hartnett. Carrie joined the Women's Council the same year I did, 2004. Her home network is Greater Portland area. Last year, she moved to Astoria, Oregon. Her passion when not doing real estate is, we all know, yoga, and she loves going to the beach and watching the waves roll in. The newest addition to the national team is the 2021 National Liaisons. This is a brand new position this year. They are here for you, and they add another layer of support to the systems we already have in place. You will recall in the past we had regional vice presidents. Well, this position is elevated. Their responsibilities include, but are not limited to, elected to oversee the work of the National Women's Council in their regions, a representative of the national leadership team. They serve on the national executive and national nominating committees. They are the chair of the regional caucus at the national meeting, which conduct the regional business affairs and exchange information. They also identify opportunities and or challenges within the region and assist wherever possible. The 2021 National Liaisons are the Central Region, your very own Stacy Krolak. Stacy lives and works in Scottsdale, Arizona, and joined the Scottsdale, Arizona network in 2013. She says her absolute best day on the planet, if not working real estate, is sailing on a catamaran in Maui, Hawaii. Sounds good to me, Stacy. Take me along. The Western region is Sheila Moran. Sheila has been a member since 1999-2000, one of those years, maybe longer than Sylvia. Her home network is San Antonio. She lives in New Braunfels, Texas. She is a girl after my own heart. She loves to travel, stand up paddleboard, swim, cook, be a beach bum, read, yoga, and spend time with family and friends. The Eastern region, Eileen Oldroyd. Eileen has been a member for 8 years. She's a member of the Orange County Network and wants to remind everyone it is the land of the real housewives of Orange County, but don't hold that against her. When she's not doing real estate, she enjoys hiking, riding her motorcycle, and finding a good donut shop. Not necessarily in that order. I think we can all appreciate a good donut from time to time, Eileen. The national liaisons are also assisted by the state liaisons, which is another new position and another new support layer that is in place. At this time, will the state liaisons just wave their hands and say hello to everyone or say hi in the chat? Good to see you. Great to see all of you today. Thanks for joining us. Last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce our amazing staff. They work behind the scenes to execute our events, such as this one, and believe me, we couldn't do it without them. They run a 10,000 plus member organization with 8 staff. They can do this because our pyramid structure, and we will talk about that shortly, is from the bottom up. It is a volunteer-driven organization. Together, our Chicago staff is professional, committed, and experienced. They are here to ensure that you have a smooth year, provide guidance, support, and together with the leadership team, be a sounding board for you and or hand you a flashlight and point you in the right direction from time to time. Jeff, Debbie, Olivia, Donna, Jamie, Cindy, Jillian, and Patrick. We are very fortunate to have such great people keeping our organization going. A big thank you to all of them. So there you have it. Our national line officers, our national liaisons, and our national staff working together for the common good. Elevate, we're going to move this elevate up because we're super, oh, here we go. Speaking of working together, we are currently working on an upcoming event that we want you to save the date. It's the Elevate Growth Summit. Carrie is going to give us the details. Carrie?
Thank you, Pamela. Good morning, or excuse me, I guess it's afternoon where you are. Almost there. Good afternoon, Women's Council family members from the Central Region. I am so excited to be here today to talk to you about the Elevate Growth Conference that's coming up on February 4th and 5th, less than a month away. This program was designed for with all of our members in mind to help set the new year off to the right path. If you are a network leader, you'll walk away with tools, tips, and the collective brain trust of your colleagues to help make you a successful leader. If you're a business leader, and we all are, we'll address the very topics that are your why for joining the Women's Council, being a successful business leader. Because we understand how busy our members are, each session will be quick, relevant, and delivered in bite-sized chunks, with over a dozen lightning rounds offering curated content in 30 minutes, allowing you to time block and attend the sessions that are most relevant to you. Take advantage of learning from your peers, our very own Women's Council members that you know and love. They are just like you, busy, successful professionals who are part of the Women's Council to increase their business bottom line and hone their leadership skills. We'll dive into never before explored topics such as how can volunteerism in organizations like the Women's Council increase your business? Should you hire an assistant? How do you deal with those different personalities? Will we be moving from online to in-person events this year? And what does that look like for your network and for your business? We'll learn how to get real comfortable with being uncomfortable because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Something that I'm super jazzed about that for the first time ever, we'll be offering a 4-hour PMN course called Certified Virtual Social Leader, which is the only certification of its kind. This course will help you hone your online leadership skills so that you can be as an effective leader online as you are in person. Please note this is an additional fee to the registration, but after taking this course, you'll become certified and it will count towards your PMN designation. Here at the Women's Council, face-to-face interactions are a signature feature of our events. We'll have several Zoom rooms with a focus on socializing and networking. We know you miss your Women's Council colleagues and we miss you all too. So come for the camaraderie and leave with a new referral partner. And we know your time is valuable, so we've booked the best names in the industry to deliver unique content packed into 2 days. We promise not to overtake your schedule, and we know you won't want to miss out. This again is open for all members to attend, and individual registration is $125, making this event accessible and easy on your wallet. Network leaders, bring your whole leadership team of 6 for $500, which is over 30% savings. So sign up now. We can't wait to see you next month. And Pamela, I'm going to send it back to you. Pamela, you're on mute.
Well, I know you have to say that every Zoom. Somebody's got to be unmuted, right? So thank you, Carrie, so much for that information. We are all very excited about it, from lightning rounds to panels to fun and everything in between. Nothing is taboo at Elevate. So we look forward to seeing you there. Well, there we are. Good. We kind of move things around a little bit, so that's why you might get a little confused, but here we are. We're in the right spot. The headquarters of the Women's Council of Realtors is in Chicago, located in the National Association of Realtors building on Michigan Avenue. Since May, the building has been closed due to COVID, and it continues to remain closed for the unforeseeable future. To accommodate remote working and to further transform our organization, we wanted to let you know about our new member services communication channels. This is where you can reach us, and they have been in place since October. Please note our new 800 number, effective since September. It's been updated everywhere, but we know that old numbers remain in our phones. Be sure that you have the correct 800 number so that you can reach staff quickly and easily. There is one email if you need to contact National, which is wcr.org. It's a Zendesk feature. Sounds peaceful. Actually, what it means is that we track each and every inquiry and make sure that it gets to the right person, and your inquiry or ticket gets solved for quality control purposes and also provides us with important data. Finally, if you don't want to call or email, we have a live chat during business hours, which is just another layer of support for you. Questions, issues, troubleshooting, contact us via these channels and we'll be sure to get you answers as soon as possible. But wait, there's more. We have even more tools at your disposal. If you haven't already, please join the private Facebook page called Network 360 Year-Round 2021 Leaders. Take a screenshot of the URL and join. Interact with your peers, get the latest updates from National, ask questions, share best practices, maybe some great speakers, and get quick answers from staff and your fellow colleagues. It's a page exclusively for network leaders, which is again, a layer of support for you. New and updated this year is the Network Guide and Glossary, formerly known as the LPPM, which is Leadership, Policy, and Procedure Manual. We've made it easy for you to find everything you need quickly via the glossary. And that is a very valuable tool for you as a leader. Everything you need to know about running your network, you can find in this guide. It's available under the Network Tools button on wcr.org. Okay, I am 98% Italian, Sicilian to be exact. I know because I did my DNA, and Italian moms, like many moms, are really good at laying on the guilt trip. So here I go. If you don't read Roadmap, you are going to really, really hurt my feelings, maybe even crush my heart. Feeling guilty yet? Please read Roadmap. The fact is, its open rate is only 60%, and it goes only to our leaders. So what does that say? Did you not know about it? Or did you think it was a waste of time? Now you know about it, and it's not a waste of time, I promise. It goes out twice a month, plus periodic flash memos. The communication is for you, the network leader, and it gives you information. It's a great resource. It's quick, it's to the point, it has no fluff. Okay, from time to time, I know you may miss one, and that's okay because you can get them. We archive all of them on wcr.org under Roadmap. Keep informed, read Roadmap. Now this slide I wanted to share with you because I think it's important that you understand how our organization operates. Every organization is unique. At the Women's Council Realtors, we are what's called a bottom-up structure. And what does that mean? It means that members and leaders across all levels of our organization are engaged, involved, and aligned with the mission and vision of the council. We are a member-centric organization. In addition, this structure is a can-do culture, which allows opportunities for members to share ideas so that we can focus on adding value to our members and our organization. We have many, many opportunities for leaders and for leadership and professional development, as you can see on the screen. With project teams, we focus on everything from how our networks operate to certifications and diversity. Smaller groups coming together to discuss and make recommendations. We also have task force that dive deeper into relevant trends and talk about important things that are important to our business, our organization, and our industry. We're in our third year of the Leadership Institute. This is for individuals that want to take their leadership to the next level. Look for applications to open up mid-year this year for 2022. Our class of 2021 is already full. Every level in our organization has a stake in the success and future of the Women's Council of Realtors. It starts at the local, it builds at the state, and filters into the national. We are all stakeholders. So far, I have shared with you, and Carrie has shared with you some information about our organization, the structure, Now it's time to get down to some business. Your first task of the new year as a local and state leader is to recruit and renew. The pillar of any successful network is recruiting and renewing members. Dues renewals went out November 1st, and to date, we have enjoyed a robust renewal season. In November, we offered 10% off of national dues renewals, and that made an impact when members renewed by December 31st. We currently have a 3-month grace period before a member is dropped. The drop-off date is March 31st. So you still have time to implement strategies to retain your members that have not yet renewed. Call them, email them, tell them what you have planned for the year ahead in 2021. This week, you will be provided with the 2021 microsite access. Thank you for your patience while we change both leader photos and access for 1,300 of our new leaders. Our next task is redesigning and enhancing the member roster and not yet renewed reports, which we know are key tools for you in your network efforts. This will be ready by mid-January, so stay tuned on instructions and information in, guess where, Roadmap. The new year is the busiest time for recruiting and retaining members. We still have halfway through our 60-day new member recruiting holiday sprint. Any new member that joins by January 31st will get $25 off on the Elevate Growth Conference and exclusive access to the Wealth Health Self Power Week and our national conference recordings. Check out the details on WCR.org. We also have a regional recruiting challenge. Yes, we have a challenge. So what region is going to lead the way in 2021? You will hear more about it from your national liaison. It starts now. This is the time to emphasize our virtual benefits, our plans for transitioning back to live events. We are thinking 2021 is going to be a hybrid of virtual and live, but only time will tell. So why should a realtor join? The Women's Council is a great investment for realtors who want to learn, earn, and network. We have so much to offer no matter where they are in their career path. Referrals, training, top producers, connections, and those great member discount benefits. I use my card at Office Depot all the time and save lots of bucks. Now that is what we call a high five. Now, in my opening remarks, I said that we had some new and exciting things to talk about. Here's one of them that Sylvia is going to share with you for our network certification program. Sylvia?
Hello, everyone. And I'm going to hope you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to try not to freeze, but technology is whatever technology is. And if we freeze, someone else will carry on because that's what we do as a team. So I am so excited to talk to you about how you can become a certified network. And the first thing I want you all to do is take a deep breath. You are all hearing this for the first time, so you're all probably like, what's happening? Take a deep breath. It's not scary. This is what you have been asking for a long time. And if you are old school Women's Council, you've been around for 8 to 10 years, you know of our previous program, the Chapter Excellence, and this is nothing like it. The old program, you would send in this much paper to national and you have to ship it, all that kind of stuff. It's not that way anymore. So let's get to just the highlights of it. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of what's in the report because we will be doing more training at Elevate on it. And then we'll do some training after Elevate on the whole certification program. So what we're going to do is it's a certification that recognizes and rewards the most active local and state networks that achieve 5 key benchmarks for network excellence. And it's actually all part of your affiliation agreement. So it's not like you're being asked to do something in addition to. We're just asking you to do your job and we're going to reward you for it because we all like recognition. So who is eligible to apply? All networks are encouraged to apply, and that's the state and the local networks, and it's the current network president. So all my 2021 presidents out there, it is actually you that would be doing the work. But what I want to tell you is it's not just your own responsibility. It's a team. And as in every leadership situation, the president-elect, like I'm president-elect, and virtually join to Pamela's side as president. So in your local and state networks, you should be doing the same thing virtually, or if you could be, 6 feet away locally, then do that. But you should be learning as your president-elect how to do the job of president and the role of that. And the best way you can learn that is by adjoining yourself to your president. And between connecting yourself to your president and doing the certification program, you will be prepared to be an amazing president and exceed all expectations for 2022. So when is this application? The application will be an online application. It will not be a paper, anything that you have to submit. And like I said, we'll go into more details at a later date about that. But the application process is August 1st through October 1st. So October 1st, 2021 is a hard deadline. I want to put that out there now. Please don't ask if you can send it at 5 p.m. on October 2nd, because the answer is no. October 1st is the hard deadline. And we will be giving out the recognition, the certifications to all the networks, both local and state, at our national conference in San Diego. And we all believe that we will be live and in person in San Diego. So it'll be a big celebration, not just for the certification, but just a big celebration all around, because we'll get to hug all of our friends, hopefully. Hopefully we can hug or air hug or something. So the where and the how. So like I said, it's going to be an online form, and it will act as like a self-assessment to determine whether your network is meeting and, most importantly, exceeding basic benchmarks that adhere to both the network model, as well as giving you opportunity to tout your own achievement, maybe in recruiting or retention, things of that nature. And we will begin training on the certification process next month. The next time we'll be talking about it is at Elevate. So another plug for Elevate, and the link is in the chat if you want to register for it. But the why are we doing this? We have been hearing for years, all of the leadership team has been on the National Executive Committee for several years, and every year it comes up, we want a roadmap, we want a roadmap. So last year we started actually the roadmap that was already talked about, and please read that. But this is even more of a roadmap. That is your daily, your daily guide, your weekly guide. But this roadmap, the certification program, is going to be your ultimate GPS. If you follow these directions, you cannot help but be successful. And so we want to help you with your success. We will do recognition, like I said, in San Diego. You'll get an electronic badge similar to the one that's on the screen right now, saying that you're a certified network. And why would you want that? All the 2021 and 2022 leaders are going to want to achieve this. It's not very hard. It's doing simple tasks, which we will train you on how to do. But also you will be awarded this in November, and that certification carries for an entire year. So you will have it for the remainder of 2021. So all of those 2021 presidents will be certified presidents or certified network presidents. And all the 2022 presidents, you will be able to say that you're a certified network president. And why is this important? So I'll use an example. This is my actual region that we're on right now, the Central Region, and I'm a member, as Pamela said, of Collin County. So if I were the Collin County local president-elect, I would want to be able to say next year that I am from a certified network. And why would that be? It's because there's multiple networks in my major metropolitan area. So if I was trying to recruit, say, Carrie to join my network, she would be able to see that Collin County was actually a certified network, whereas another one in the area might not be. Now, does that mean anything to a brand new member? They probably don't even know what it means, and they probably don't understand, but it's like buying a certified pre-owned car versus just buying a pre-owned car. So it carries some tout with that. So definitely you're going to want to work for this. You'll also get acknowledged on the national website as being a preferred network of choice. And then of course there'll be press releases that you can do, and so many exciting things coming. Jamie Saltman will be your staff person to help with this. As I said, there'll be tons more training on all of this. So please don't panic, breathe. We are here to help you and to help you succeed with this. And we are looking forward to raising the level of all of our networks, because we don't want to water down our brand. And this is really going to help elevate us. Thanks, Pamela. Back to you.
I don't know why I even turned the mute on. There's no one here in my office with me. Who knows? Anyway, I just want to say thank you, Sylvia, for that information. And I was the president of my local network in 2006. And those books, they were huge and they took days to put together. So what we have put together is a system that is efficient and easy, and it sets the bar high. And that's what we're looking to raise professionalism in the real estate industry and to keep the Women's Council at the top of that list. All right, so now there's a subject that everyone is waiting to hear about, and that is bylaws. Bylaws is such a little word, yet so big and important. They are the go-to source for our organization. Here to shed some light on our bylaws task force is Chris.
Good afternoon, everybody. I see all your faces, those of you that aren't hiding, and I see that you're sitting on the edge of your chair. Just can't wait to hear about bylaws. So exciting. Thank you for being here. I always get the really fun topics, but I'm just going to give you a quick update what we're doing at the national level. You may have heard that for the past 8 years or so, we've had a bylaws change almost every national meeting that we've had. And what we're doing with the local and the state models rolling out, we have a task force at the national level, and we're looking at the 3 sets of bylaws at the national, state, and local levels. And we're kind of doing a side-by-side comparison, making sure they all align, nothing conflicts, because there are some things, you know, as you change it here, we thought we changed it there, but we're not sure, or as we change things, make sure something wasn't accidentally dropped, or we're not, you know, something else is missing that should be in there, that sort of thing. So we're kind of looking at almost a red line, going through redlining, and it's really exciting. But the task force that's doing this. They're experts in this field. They're wonderful, and I'm very honored to chair it. The other thing that we're looking into are we have other task forces that we're not going to talk about today that are currently going. Like Sylvia is chairing the certification one. There's another one for diversity and inclusion. And we're kind of waiting for a couple of those and these other task forces to kind of wrap up and make recommendations, just to make sure there aren't other items that might affect our bylaws. So we don't say, here's the bylaws changes we recommend, and then 2 months later, once it's already passed, say, oh, well, I guess we missed something, and then we're back to square one. So we're kind of trying to hit it all at once, so we won't be piecemealing bylaws forever, hopefully. That's the goal. The other thing we're looking at, and we've looked at it in the past and didn't get anything concrete recommended, but we're going to relook at policy at the local and state level versus bylaws. So this would be like your standing rules. And we don't have a set or a template for standing rules. They vary widely across the country. Some things that are in standing rules are actually bylaws issues. So your standing rules may conflict with your bylaws. So some of it is just an understanding of what a standing rule and policy is versus bylaws, and which belongs in which document. So we will likely at some point this year, and it's not going to be in the first half, but sometime this year, look at hopefully putting together some sort of template to guide the local and state networks for how to create some standing rules for your network. So it's alleviating some of that burden on our local leadership. In the meantime, there is a podcast. I don't know if you guys have checked out our podcast. Anyone listened to them? I wanted to say seen. There's a few people. They are available on the website, wcr.org. There's a link to them, but anywhere you would listen to podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your provider is, they are there. We started them last year, and there's one session on there that I think was a lightning round from Network 360 that Heather Osier did. And it's a little bit longer, it's about a half an hour, but it's actually about the standing rules and the differences between standing rules and bylaws, and talking about what a standing rule is. So in the meantime, catch yourself up on this and help out your local leadership, if you will. Have a listen to that podcast about standing rules from Heather, because there's a ton of information in there that you might find very, very helpful. So I just want to plug that one really quickly. And then finally, all of these task forces that we were mentioning here, they're all made up of our brain trust that we have in the Women's Council. And this is our local and state leadership and our up and coming leadership. Our leadership identification and development process comes out this spring. That is facilitated at the state level, and that is to help you fill your leadership pipeline at the local and the state level, in addition to saying, hey, here are the 5 or 6 people in our state that are just stellar, and we think that at the national level, they could help you or you could help them. And as we have more hybrid delivery these days at the national level, we have more opportunities to utilize and to leverage our talent and our brain trust across the country. So do pay attention to the leadership identification development as that comes out, because that's how all of these positions are filled by all of our wonderful leaders and volunteers. So thank you all very much. That was just my quick little blurb about where we are with task forces and bylaws and all that stuff. But do go ahead and give a listen to that podcast if you would. You don't have to, I don't have a Spotify subscription in case you're wondering, and I'm still able to listen to those. So WCR.org will have a link for that. And back to you. Thanks, Pamela.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris. All in the name of progress. We appreciate all the work that our task force do for us. Keeping us informed on a national level and you informed at a state level is your national liaison. We shared with you their role and responsibilities. Now your national liaison, which is Stacy, will go over some details of how she will work with you in your region. Please welcome Stacy.
Thank you, Madam President Pamela. I'm so honored and thankful to be one of your 3 national liaisons. I'm here to guide, mentor, and facilitate within the guidelines of Women's Council, of course, always using our 4 pillars of leadership, referrals, education, and network. But in getting to know me a little better, I thought I would share one of my many whys with the Women's Council. I'm going to take you back to 2018. I was state president for the sunny state of Arizona, and National had posed the position of presenting in mid-year in DC. And one of the topics of conversation was mother-daughter teams. And if you don't know, I do work with my daughter, Ashley. We've been working together for 4 years, and that's a very special relationship, but delicate in some manners too, because you spend a lot of time together. And so I identified, with some help of our leaders, 4 different mother-daughter teams from around the country, prepared my PowerPoint, and we're about a week out from mid-year in DC. And all of a sudden, one by one, people started pulling out. Someone couldn't attend the conference. One had to stay home for, a business deal or something. One had an appointment at NAR. And so I was left with one mother-daughter, and it was just the daughter team. So I had to implement and pivot, which I did. So it's a funny thing when you present for the very first time at mid-year. You want all of your friends and family and members to come see you. So you're cultivating and you're getting everyone to come see you. But then when you walk into that room and there's a big crowd, your heart flutters just a little bit. And so I started the presentation off, and I was doing well. I was on my way. And there's something that happens that I don't think any of us could ever prepare for, but it's called disturbers. And when you're presenting someone, and they don't do it on purpose, but they'll pose a question and you'll get off topic and you go down a rabbit hole. And before you know it, you forgot where you were on your PowerPoint. And so that happened. And my face got red and my mouth was dry and I was starting to panic. And there was this very special person in the room. Her name is Melissa Zimbelman, our past president for 2016 from Las Vegas, Nevada. And she recognized what was happening, and she saw, and she stood right up and she made a comment. She got a conversation started. She even told a joke and got everyone laughing, including myself. And it was enough for me to reset, take a deep breath, say, I could do this, find where I was on my PowerPoint and continue on. And I'm ever so grateful for that, because the reverse, if she wasn't there and she didn't facilitate that, probably maybe would have been the end of me ever presenting. And so after that meeting, she told me this saying, and I'll never forget it. And she said, "Stacy, everyone in the Women's Council in this room or in Women's Council for that matter, they want to see you succeed. And if someone doesn't, they don't belong here." And so that's touched my heart, and I've always held that really tight. And I want to do that for other leaders and bring other leaders up. So thank you very much for letting me share that. Now, we recognize that being a new officer carries a lot of responsibility, and the new year entails a lot of details of getting set in. So we want to get to know all of you better. We are going to have monthly calls. It may be Zoom, it may be via Zoom, it may be a phone call or a text or whatever is needed. And of course, we're always there for emergencies. Now, we're happy to address subjects as budgeting, strategic partners, and of course, for those states without a state network, we're going to utilize our standard operation procedure. But one more of your national liaison can assist you in so many different ways. We are the conduit of information to national and then back to you. So please, please utilize us and let us know what's happening out there, because any trends that we can share with the exec committee, that just helps us better prepare to help you all. And that's what we want to do. Now, some of these topics that we will be discussing monthly might be conflict management, working on personality types, working on Canva, local network operations, leadership development, and this is fluid. So if there's an emergency, we will adjust and pivot to whatever you need. So you just need to let us know. Now, our 2021 National President, Pamela Banks, has a very strong membership goal, and we want to support our National President. So we are asking all of our regions to obtain 1,000 members by the end of the year. Now, of course, I would love this to be by mid-year in DC, but we'll take it at the end of the year if that's what it is. So we will be looking out to our state liaisons for this implementation. So look forward to some more information. And then one more thing, let's make our Italian mother happy and open and read that roadmap to success, okay? Some tips and advice that we have for you. National liaison relationship. I just wanted to share with you how special the other two liaisons are to me and how we have committed to really hand out one consensus message to all three regions and help all three regions at the same time. We consider ourselves the three musketeers, and I just love that. And I love the relationship that we have. It's so special, and we're here to help. And remember, leadership is not a title. It is not a position. It's a journey of a lifetime. We're all meant to be lifelong learners in the Women's Council. And we need to really understand the concept of what a servant leader is. Taking people away from their family, their friends, and their business is a lot to ask. So we want to make sure that this experience is not a chore. We want to make sure that we're feeding their soul tank and we're giving them a good experience when they spend time with us. Now, everyone, I suggest you take a DISC profile assessment, or maybe even the color. I know I had sent out to some of the states for your state meetings a color assessment that my business coach uses, but whatever it is, pick one, do one. It will help you facilitate better with your boards. It will help you negotiate if you have a point that you want to get across and you're dealing with a different personality. So it will help all of us. We need to learn each other's language in order to go forward, because we have to remember about the fable, the Tower of Babel. What happened? They were all speaking a different language. And so therefore they all failed and the project stopped. And this was the first engineering project, I guess, in history. I had to Google it and look it up. But the point is that as leaders, we have to be able to communicate on many different layers, like a cake, because not everyone perceives everything the same. And so we need to adjust and shoot that information out in different ways so we can reach everyone. Now, know your job description, know your standing rules, and know your national bylaws. If you call me and you say, Stacy, I've got a problem with this network, I'm going to say, okay, what does your standing rules say? And what is your bylaws? I have them all in my Dropbox, I have it on my phone, my iPad, and my computer. And that's the first thing I'm going to say to you. So be prepared, have those with you at all times. It will really be a time saver for you. Now, there's many different leadership styles as we have discussed. So think about this. Think about the cars that are on the road. We've got trucks, we have cars, we have luxury sedans, we have boxcars, we have taxis, but the goal is all the same. They're trying to get from A to B. And that's the same as us. So be cognizant of everyone's different leadership styles. Now, what do we do in leadership? We find other leaders, don't we? So we grab the hand of the leader behind us and we pull them up with us. We need more diversity in our leadership. We need to embrace the servant leadership role and what that really is. After all, leaders are made here. Let's not keep us a secret, okay? And as a leader, especially the president, your biggest responsibility besides finding more leaders are these 4 words. So I want everyone to pick up a pen or a pencil right now, okay? Get your pencils ready, and I want you to write these 4 words down. Direction, decision, delegation, and consensus, okay? So direction, that's your roadmap. Where are you going? You've got to lay that. You have to let your team know. Decision, network presidents, you have to make decisions. You are going to have, you're going to have many different subjects out in front, but you need to be the one that makes that choice in that direction. So go ahead and make that direction. And then of course, delegation. You have to delegate. Let everyone be part of your movement and feel ownership in that. And then of course, the last, consensus. No matter how you feel, if you disagree or not, you have to agree that you will have a consensus front on your team, and then that will be your success. Okay, so now one more acronym. This is 5, so write these down, ladies. Before you speak, is it truthful? Is it helpful? Is it inspirational? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Of course, we can always apologize, but it's hard to forget sometimes what words can do. So if you live by those sayings, it is very helpful. Now, this is an experience. It's your own personal and professional development. Have a good time, laugh, and have so much fun. I love to laugh while I learn because we should. Why shouldn't we? So don't let Women's Council be a burnout. Let it fill your soul tank and let it fill the soul tank of your teams. I thank you so very much, and I look forward to serving all of you in 2021. Thank you.
Great story, great advice, and great information, Stacy. And one of our past national presidents used to say, fun, fun, or no deal. And I believe that's the way to go. So today, we introduced you to our leadership team. We talked about being a leader. We gave you a challenge to recruit and retain members. We told you about tools and resources. We let you know how to contact us. We promoted our Elevate Growth Conference. We even shared with you some bylaws. And then we gave you some exciting news about the new network certification program. All of this in an effort to build a strong, cohesive team in 2021. We have certainly enjoyed spending time with you. We hope that you've enjoyed spending time with us. This year's about you. You bring unique opportunities, unique leadership to the Women's Council. We are a diverse group of leaders that have different and unique skills. At Network 360, we asked our leaders to summarize themselves in one word. This slide is a combination of those words from Network 360. What is your one word? Before we depart, let us know in the chat box, share your one word for leadership in 2021. And while we're sharing our one words, this is a great time for questions that you may have. So the floor is open.
If you do
Gold.
have questions, go ahead and raise your hand in
Powerful.
the box so we don't miss you.
Love the words coming through: service, reflection, discover, ready, patient. Oh, that's a good one. Inspire, dedication, enjoy, bold, inspire, empowering, collaboration. All important words. Live by your words. Action is important as well. So we're looking for, if you have any questions about anything we discussed today, the floor is open. Inspire, empowering. I love it.
Sylvia has a question that somebody asked her, Pamela.
Okay, Sylvia.
Yes, I got a message, a direct message, and I think it's something that we just need to address to everyone in the room. They just found out about this session yesterday because their state president sent it to them, and by asking several questions, I think what happened is they have not reported their officers to national. Therefore, they are not getting the roadmap that we're talking about. And so it's like we're speaking a foreign language. So I'm actually going to drop this is only for locals. If someone else wants to pull up the state. If you are concerned because you're not getting emails, especially the roadmap, make sure that your local president fills out this form and turns in all of your officers, because it seems very simple, but if you are the program director, event director, we don't know that unless we're told that. So make sure that you're submitted. That way we can get your names updated on the national, your microsite, for your local microsite, and also you're getting all this information. This woman got the information yesterday from her state president to be here today, and she just heard about today that we're doing Elevate. So make sure that you're getting those emails. And for everyone on here, everyone should have received an email during this call for our eConnect that came out for January. So just make sure you're getting emails. If not, we want to make sure that we get you the information. We're here to help you, and we can't help you if you're not getting the emails. And you can't read it. You can't get the 100% read rate if you're not getting the emails either. So if there's any questions about that, I'm sure Jeff can pop in and say something else on reporting your officers so that you can get the emails.
Hi, Sylvia. I do have a question. It's Elise from Northeast Ohio. How are you? So we did get our officers reported. Everything was done correctly. Although I did just find out today at our orientation that some people did not or don't think that they're getting that email. One person's was in their spam, but they have been an officer with the network. So I wasn't sure. I know I'm getting them. Should I just email wcr.org or just to double check that?
So here's what you do. First and foremost, those of you who are presidents in 2021, you should have been getting the roadmap since last year as well. If officers change from your initial reporting, then on that JOT form that circulated in the chat feature, simply mark amendment, and we should, put those changes in within the week. Additionally, all the 2021 officers will appear on your microsite sometime between today and Wednesday. It will all flip over and be updated. So yeah, make sure and report your officers. They were due back in October, but we've had a lot trickle in through the end of the year in December. But as
I have
changes,
the confirmation. Yeah, I should feel pretty confident then because I have the confirmation and everything. So it might just be, pay attention, look to see if it's in your email, what it provides. Okay.
And then
Great, thank you.
You know what else? WCR.org. Everything is on there. So if any doubts, you can check on our website because you can find the roadmaps, you can find all that, the links, everything you need to know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Elise, as a president, have no fear in forwarding that email to your team. I know that I personally have a very strong spam filter. And even though at WCR.org is marked as a VIP, so anything literally should show up on my watch, it doesn't always. There's been several times I've contacted Chris and I'm like, oh my gosh, forward me the email that has the link for Zoom or whatever, because spam filters are weird. So if you are getting it, just go ahead and push it forward to your people, and then maybe they'll remember to read it too.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
that's
Thank
good
you.
advice.
And Lisa had a question. If a board member has an updated photo, who should I send it to? Those photos just need to be changed through your member profile. They need to be, I think it's 20 by 20 DPI. And when you do that, it'll automatically update on the leader profile as well. So it's done through your member profile and it's done via self-service.
The project team, no, you do not need to report that to national.
I do not see any hands raised, Pamela.
Okie dokie. Well, I guess we did such a great job, team. Thank you. On behalf of the entire leadership team, I would like to thank you for your time, your talent, your commitment, and your dedication to our organization. We appreciate the contributions that you add. And it's said, the whole is only as good as the sum of its parts. How lucky we are. Have a great year. We look forward to seeing you at Elevate. Thank you for attending.
Need a cheer. Central, 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 right?
We're going to hit our membership goal, Central.
That's right.
All right.
That's
That's what I like to hear. Go, 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 Central.